know what time it is. And if you don't know, now you know. Welcome to the most overrated, underappreciated, most viewed, underviewed podcast of all time. Welcome to the Prince of Fresh Air. I am, of course, the most charismatic man in entertainment. We are back. We are live. I hope everybody had a great holiday. By the time you hear this, Thanksgiving would have rolled around. I hope everybody's having a great day, great week, whether eating a cheeseburger, drinking a beer, watching the kids, hanging out with your buddies. Let's keep on going. Let's end 2023 with a bang. So before I bring on a returning guest, I gotta say one thing real quick, because people have been asking me about this. They like, Percy, you're very athletic, very good looking man. Why don't you get into rap? Why don't you, use your hair, do some music? Well, the truth is, I didn't want to say this, but before I was born, Tupac, and Biggie Smalls got together and they talked to my mom and it was like, hey, we know Percy's gonna be a big name, big star, but we need some time. We need our own space, and we try to make money in this industry. So please, for the love of God, please, Percy, when you're born and can you make sure he doesn't enter that space? We need he need to leave enough shine for all of us, right? So that's the bottom line to it. No, I'm just kidding, but
Hey, I believe you, man. I was believing it.
I wasn't believing myself.
Oh man.
But anyway, let's bring him on. So everybody, you probably remember this guy, comedian. One of my favorite guests, always bring on because we always have great conversations, fun, and if you're in for a treat, because like I said, he knows it. Chris Tucker, live and well. So please welcome and introduce. Welcome back, Terric, the Playboy Higgins. Welcome back to the podcast, man.
Hey, man, it's a pleasure, man. Appreciate you having me back on, man. It's been a minute, man. It's been a minute.
Hey, man, with inflation, man, it's getting expensive to have people. No,
you're not lying. You are not lying. You are
man. Let me tell you. So it's been a while since we talked. It's been a couple months. I we probably texted stuff, but we was talking a little bit off camera about the holidays and stuff. But what's going on with you? Anything new since you last came on?
Man, like I said, I stepped away from YouTube for a minute. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're not keeping up what I've got going on right now, I'm getting back into music. So, yesterday I dropped a little something, and this morning I dropped a little something. So I am getting my voice back to where it used to be back in the day, and I'm about to get in the studio and put out some real good R&B music. Some old school R&B music. None of this Chris Brown, Tank, R. Kelly, none of that. I'm taking it back to the old school. Temptations, Smokey Robinson, Marvin Gaye, that type of music.
Interesting. Oh, so you
fall in love and have babies. The right way. Not sexing and humping and grinding and sweating. Straight love making music. Yes. So you pull a 59 page. You entertainment, you better go check it out. I dropped some music. Tell me what you think. Be honest. If I suck, just say, hey, man, go back to comedy.
Yeah.
Be honest. I'm not going to say nothing to
you. tell Chris Tucker go back to directing Traffic and Rush Hour.
Yeah, I think I got some Jamie Foxx in me. I got very versatile. I think I got something.
So you pulling a Busta Rhymes? I know he just dropped a song with the baby. T-Pain.
I don't rap.
It was worth the effort,
but I used to sing in a rap group back in the day. Back when I used to sing in a rap group, but rapping is not my thing.
Really? Wait, so are you going to be doing comedy, or are you taking a break from that?
I'm just trying to put my feet in another field of entertainment. You know what I'm saying?
Interesting. All right.
Yeah, who knows? I might put it all together with y'all. Might do some comedy and music at the same time on the show. Who knows? Jamie Foxx did it. I could be the next one. Who knows?
Amen to that. Hey, I was just having this conversation too. It's like, I tell people, when you're in this business, this industry, when you're trying to pursue a career, you gotta dibble and dabble in other forms of art because nobody
Yes, you have to.
just a
Because
comedian.
one thing might not work, but the other might.
Exactly. And let's be real. Money
And
got
if both work, then
yeah,
I'll win both ways.
yeah.
Still, man, you can't hurt from trying. You try, it don't
Amen.
work, you try again.
Yeah. Hey, you gotta. What is the saying? I said this for. I just did another magazine interview and I said this. I heard this quote before. Nothing in life worth having comes easy. So you gotta put in the work. You gotta.
Put in the work, brother. Yes.
Anything you want in life is not gonna come easy unless
Right.
you're the son of Bill Gates and But that goes without saying. But any update on the timeline? Like, when are you thinking you're gonna have something out?
Like I said, I'm going to see what YouTube say. If YouTube agrees, then I'm like, okay, then we're gonna go ahead and do it, man. We're gonna go ahead and do it. Before like I told you before, man, before I did comedy, I was in music, but then my voice started changing. I was like, I don't like the way this shit sounds. This shit ain't sounding right.
Yeah.
I can't know the YouTube. I'm like, okay, it's not gonna work. But then I started, doing some practicing, getting my vocals right, trying to figure out where my voice was at.
Right.
So I think I know where it's at now, but I need YouTube. I'll go to Instagram. I got no Facebook, just YouTube. Go to YouTube, check it out. Tell me what you think. Leave a comment. Say it sucked, good, whatever. You might want to do this, do that. Critique me. I need critiquing. If I suck, let me know. If I sound good, say you got something. That's it. I'm not going to say nothing to you. I'm going to give you a like. I'm going to give you a like. I'm going to give you a like. Everybody's comment on my music, I'm going to like it. I'm just going to listen, read what you have to say, and go from there.
Amen to that. Hey, you know what? I'm looking forward to see. I actually, since you're talking about that, I know I want to go in a different direction, but before we get into the topic, I want to ask you about that because you said it's not that Chris Brown and that type of music. I want to ask you because you are older than me and you came from a different generation. Right. How do you feel about the new music now compared to back then? Because I know growing up, my mom used to listen to Luther Vandross, Dancing with My Father again, R. Kelly. Right. Well, we shouldn't say that name in this space, but the legends of R&B, the music has definitely changed. It's not the same. How do you feel? Do you think it's worse? Do you think it's better? Or you just think it's a generational thing?
Why can we go back to making love? Everything's about humping.
Hey.
It's about sweating and hardcore sex. And why can't we just go back to regular love making? You know what I'm saying? The songs that make you just want to grab your woman, kiss her passionately. You know what I'm saying? Buy some flowers, treat her like a woman. Now it's like you want to treat your woman like a slut.
What's wrong with that? No.
You turn on some love making music like that. I'm gonna throw her ass in bed, humping the ass. Man, we gotta go back, man. That's what's missing. We need to go back to how men used to treat women with respect, with love, flowers, candy, that type of stuff. But the artists listen to that, man. We don't think about buying no flowers and taking out the dinner. It's kind of like I'm gonna pick her up, take her to my house, humping, and send her on the way.
You know what though? Hey, I would say because I remember we was talking on your the last time I was on your YouTube channel. We was talking about relationships and stuff, and I think part of the reason why that doesn't happen anymore is because social media has ruined dating and relationships. Dating apps has ruined it, and I think people are chasing more than just what would you call madness. People are chasing money, clout, and all that stuff. So the holding the door and stuff nobody really looks at you the same way. I remember I'll tell you, it's crazy. 10 years ago, that was the norm. 10, 15 when I was in middle
Right.
school, elementary school. That was the norm. And that was a decade ago. Now you hold the door, you lame, you're a cornball. And this
Right,
for
you
men and
bum.
women. So you simp.
Right. No, listen, I'm just trying to be an old school gentleman for you. That's it. But yeah, man, they don't want us to be holding no doors. They don't want to buy no flowers, no candy. They don't want none of that shit. It's kind of like just screw me and go about your business.
Yeah.
Huh? So you just want to dick? That's it.
Hey man, I'll make the rules. I'll just follow them. I don't know.
I think it's cool. It's cool sometimes, but all the time you just want me to screw you and go. That's it. All right, you gotta get your ass up and go wash.
Yeah.
You don't want to cuddle.
Yeah, hey man.
Women don't want to cuddle no more, man.
Hey.
I like cuddling after sex or love making. I like to cuddle, but these motherfuckers don't want to cuddle. They want to hold hands. They don't want none of that shit.
Nah, times have changed, man. You gotta give it the times, Terric. Come on, man. It's 2023.
Like, man, a woman's like dating a man.
Oh God. Oh, I ain't signed up for this.
I'm sorry, ladies. I'm sorry. I'm just speaking facts. That's all. It's like, damn, you just as rude and ragged as a goddamn man.
I don't know. It's a conversation. I see a lot of content creators and relationship gurus and experts talking about it.
They be lying.
I don't know.
They are lying. They are lying. Lying.
You know what? You know what the problem is when you have mainstream media or mainstream social media telling you, "Oh, your man only loves you if you buy him if he buys you Birkin bags, or he can afford to take you out to these, $500 plus steak dinners," and like that's the problem. And it's sad. I know women, and just in real life that will say stuff like that. Nah, coffee date, and this is no dig towards them, but. Nah, I don't want to do a coffee date. I want to go to that Michelin 5-star restaurant. But you know how much that stuff costs?
Right.
We talking about people in our 20s. I mean, maybe even in your 50s, you have, some wealth established, maybe. But, for a date, nah, I'm not, 500, no.
Listen, ladies, I'm the type man, I can make McDonald's look sexy.
Hey, come on. McFlurry loose.
You think you eating a fucking Angus burger? Fuck around. Look, you just gotta make that cheap shit you buy real fucking sexy. That's all you gotta do. Make it sexy. Go the extra mile with the McDonald's. Extra mile. Take that shit out. Put it on a nice looking plate.
Yeah.
Put it in a wine glass.
Put in a wine glass.
and put the flowers up. Some shit.
Hey, put a little rum in the flurry if you could get the machine to work. But
the house with some nice smelling shit. Make you think it's something special. And it ain't that much.
I don't know. I don't know if things. I think things will change. I just think that we're probably a little too far gone for it to go back to what it was in the 80s. And I think it's gone.
Man, but I'm trying to bring it back. I'm going to try to bring it back. I'm going to try to. I don't know if I can. I'm not going to say I'm a miracle worker because I'm not.
Hey, you might bring it back for the old.
Try.
Hey, for the old school generation. Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure.
Yeah, man, you don't even hear old school music on the radio no more. You hear Chris Brown, Tank, you name it. It's all just sex, and sex.
Sex is what sells nowadays. I
know, but old fellas like myself still want to cuddle and make love and put out rose petals and all that good shit. Make a bubble bath. Yeah, that's me. I'm that type of man. I ain't try to fuck you and then go about business. Now, depending on what type of woman you are, I might just have to just stick it in the go. But that was back in the day. Now I'm a different type of guy. I'm trying to be, if I get with you, talking to you, I'm into you. So we're gonna make love, we're gonna have rose petals, bubble bath, all that shit. Back in the day, I might fuck you and be like, I might throw your number away. I'm just keeping it real, but now it's like I can't get with it, man. I can't. The last hardcore R&B artist in two was R. Kelly.
And look what happened with him.
That's it. Can't get with nobody else.
Well, he can't.
Well, he might.
Yeah.
Come in prison. I don't know what he's doing in prison.
Yeah, I don't. I don't know.
Matter of fact, man, free R. Kelly because I don't think he did it. Free R. Kelly.
Oh.
I don't think he did it, man. I don't think he did it.
No, he definitely did that. Hey, no, you know what? Look, I'm one to give people the innocent to prove guilty, benefit of doubt, but come on, a decade of being accused before this,
yeah. Black men in prison right now, and I think he's one of them.
Well, he's gonna be bumping the ground and just not with.
I don't even imagine that shit.
No, yeah, let's move on from that one.
Oh man,
Terric. So we talked about the music a little. How are you? What's comedy like? Are you still? What's going on with that? Are you touring anything? Going on doing shows? Or are you taking a little break from that?
Right now, I'm just stateside, man. I'm doing stuff in home, man. I'm in Martinsburg, West Virginia, so I'm doing stuff in West Virginia.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm doing YouTube, still doing crazy stuff on YouTube, but right now, like I said, I'm dabbling in the music, so you'll probably see more music than comedy until I find out I need to stop singing.
Right.
So y'all get to decide. Do I stick with comedy or should I go music? So y'all get to decide.
Yeah, right. Let the games begin, right?
Let the games begin. Let the all the fuckery y'all got in you come out your system. So man, I'm still doing my thing, man. I still got the comedy in me, but you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to see if the Playboy still got the juice in the music field.
Yeah, you know what? We'll circle back to the music because I want to talk more about that. But I want to get into one of the main topics I want to talk about today, right?
Yeah.
Because you're a comedian. It only makes sense to talk about comedy with a comedian.
All right.
So Matt Rife, I actually, funny story. I met him. This would have been 2020 when I was in LA. I was working at Dave's Hot Chicken, North Hollywood.
Okay.
And yeah, this was a day shift. It's the first time I did a day shift. I was getting ready to go home. And I was just chilling. And Matt Rife came in. This was when he was right after Wild 'N Out, not as big as he is now, but he had his fan base. Right. But I remember I was talking to him. He was a nice guy. We exchanged pleasantries, whatever, Instagram, whatever. And, he went about his day. I went about mine. But he was a cool dude from that conversation. But lately, he's been he made some controversy with his Netflix special.
Yeah, he did.
Making jokes about domestic violence. So for people who don't know what happened. So Matt Rife has a Netflix special. And he was talking about how he made a trip to a restaurant with his buddy where a woman who was a server had a black eye. And it was clear that in that circumstance, the woman was a victim of domestic violence. Right. But him and his buddy were joking, talking about it. And his friend made the observation that, hey, if she has a black eye, why isn't she in the kitchen? Then Rife joked and said, yeah, but I feel like if she could cook, she wouldn't have a black eye. And people in the comments, people on Twitter, because that's usually where it starts. Got mad and got offended about it. So let me ask you before we get into, because we talked about comedy before, but specifically in this, do you think that joke crossed the line?
Hell no. As a comedian, there's nothing off limits. Period. When I get on stage, I talk about all type of shit. So when he did that, I was like, because I feel like comedians now are scared to say shit.
Amen. Yeah.
For what? Most of us already canceled anyway.
Ari Spears.
Yeah, most of us canceled anyway. So it's like, okay, what, you gonna cancel me some more? Come on now.
Yeah.
We need to get back to keeping it real. Stop fluffing around the issues that we got in America. We need to keep 100 with each other. We need to talk about domestic violence. We need to talk about rape. We need to talk about pregnancy, early pregnancy. When they talk about a lot of shit. When we start talking about real shit, then we can get back to normal shit.
Right. I agree.
So I was like, thank you. Thank you. Be open about talking about what you want to talk about on stage. Don't let the audience stop you.
And the reason why I want to talk about it is because I actually gotten it wasn't too big of an argument, but I had an argument with somebody a couple days ago about it, right after it blew up about this. And my position is, comedy has always been like that. And the problem I have with when people say, "Oh, he went too far," and I say, "Okay, you feel that way. What about the paying customers? Did they feel?" Obviously not, because they were laughing and joking and enjoying themselves, right? But I made this point. I said, you might find that offensive, right? But what about people who get offended from fat jokes, or black people who get offended when comics make jokes about black people getting arrested or murdered by police? When does it stop with that's pushing it too far? Do you think? And you made a good point. A lot of comics are afraid to speak out. I know Ari Spears and a couple other people who came out talking about how they've been blacklisted or blackballed in some form or fashion by higher ups. But do you think that comedy is ever going to get back to the days of the RIchard Pryor, the Andrew Dice Clay? No?
Not until they start opening their mouth and start telling their real regular jokes. No, it's going to get worse and worse. And eventually there will be no more comedy, because they will be like, I ain't doing no joke.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, we need to get back to the old school, man. I don't know why everybody try to control what people say out their mouth. Like certain words are like racist. Like, where come racist?
Yeah.
Math is racist. What? Spelling is racist. What? Huh? How is it racist? Like, the dumbest shit in the world is racist. Like, come on now. Everything can't be racist. Everything cannot be canceled. We've been trying to cancel the N-word forever. The N-word ain't got canceled yet.
Yeah, right.
Niggas still use the N-word.
It'll never get canceled. Let's be real.
The N-word is staying.
Yeah,
we want to get rid of other shit. Like, that's why we try to get rid of the N-word first. Then we can work on other shit. Like, yeah, man. I'm so over it, man. I'm so over it. That's kind of one of the reasons why I haven't really been doing the comedy so much. It's like, dude, I'm a bad motherfucker when I go on stage. I don't care who's in the audience. I'll talk about the LGBTQ. I'll talk about women kicking men out the house because they don't want no man for their fucking baby. I'll talk about all type of shit. So now it's like, okay, I get put out, start talking about shit. Am I gonna get booed? Am I gonna get jumped? I'm gonna get killed? What?
Hey.
But I'm like this, ladies and gentlemen, listen. Before you do anything, before you listen to it, before you go to a concert, before you go to a comedy show, make sure you know that person material before you go.
Yeah.
You know what Matt Rife is going to do when he get on stage. You know what Corey Holcomb going to do when he get on stage. You know what Tate is going to do when he get on stage. You know what Chris Brown going to do when he get on stage. You know what they're going to do. And if you don't know, do your research before you go.
Right.
That way you're not like, oh my God, I can't believe he did that. If you did your research, you would have known he was going to do that.
I 100%. I try to say this all the time. Comedy is subjective, right? And if you're gonna pay your hard-earned money to go see somebody, yes. I've never that's like me going to the grocery store, buying Ben and Jerry's ice cream, and then complaining that it's overpriced. I mean, what did you expect? I mean, that's what it is, right? And I think part of the problem is everybody, and I say this with respect. I think our society has made it so where everybody feels like they need to be a victim of something, right? Now, in that sense, in this situation, I don't think Matt Rife did anything crazy. I think people are just starting trouble. They just want somebody to cancel. But I do.
Stop right there. Matt Rife is actually right. This last weekend, I went to Burger King, and guess what? Everybody was serving Burger King were crackheads. Literally crackheads. Like you can see the needle marks in their arm.
Really?
Yeah. When you told me you want to talk about Matt Rife, I was like, shit, I need to call Wendy's and let them know they need to get them motherfuckers out the restaurant because I'm like, that's disgusting.
Oh.
Yes. So I get to the window, right? And I head over my money, and then I see this whole bunch of other people coming out the back. And I'm like, what the fuck? Did you just be shooting up? Crackheads. Yeah. All of them were crackheads. Young crackheads, old crackheads. I was like, no fucking way I'm going to eat this shit. Oh man, I mean, I'm all for equal opportunity. I'm all for it, but certain things, certain people should not be doing.
I agree.
Food is not one of them. So thank you, man, because you brought it to my attention. I'm like, damn, that's right. I need to call Wendy's. So yeah, thank you for the show. Oh man, I was so disgusted. I was mad as fuck. It was like 12 o'clock in the fucking morning. And I was like, I'm hungry as shit. I went to Wendy's and nothing but crackhead served me food. I was like, oh my God.
Horrible.
I'm not eating this shit.
Yeah.
Oh, but anyway, go finish doing what you want to do, man.
Yeah, but let me ask you something though, because on the lines of this, right? I want to ask you this because I've been watching David Lucas. I know him from what is that show I watch on YouTube? Roast Me. That's how I found him.
I love David Lucas, man. That's my boy, man.
Oh yeah, he's a go. I like him, right? But I watched a comedy skit a comedy routine, a stand-up routine he was doing at a show. And I was reading the comments for it because he was this lady was heckling like usual. And he got back at her, right? But some people felt like he took it too far, meaning he made fun of the girl, for a couple minutes, she stopped, but he kept going on. It turned a 2-minute thing into a 15-minute thing. Then he started roasting her appearance. He started roasting the husband who had nothing to do with it. He started calling the man a cuck and how he was going to F his wife. Truth be told, I think it's funny, but in some senses, I do feel like sometimes comics can get a little too far. Do you think that can happen? Do you think this is such thing as taking it too far in that sense?
Like this, if you're doing part of the show, sit your ass down and just enjoy it.
Chris Rock, Will Smith.
Yeah, enjoy the show. If you want to be part of the show, the comedian can make you a part of the show. And that's what he did. You want to heckle and make noise and talk shit, he roasted your ass. And if you know David Lucas, he does a lot of roasting.
Yeah.
So you opened yourself up. You was going to get got. And he got her ass too. I think we're talking about the same one.
Probably. Yeah.
Got her ass.
But do you? So let me, because I know some people say they don't mind it, roasting back. But when you start bringing other people involved that wasn't even intended as I did feel bad for the husband a little bit or the boyfriend, whoever it was, but the significant other, because he was just chilling. He wasn't a part of it. But I understand as a comic, you're going to do your routine, and if you don't want to get picked on, you don't sit in the front. I know that. But if someone tells you, I had enough. Do you feel like a comic should reserve? Because I know one of his videos, I think it was the same one or a different one, but one of the men actually got up, was trying to fight him. Security got him out. But in that sense, I didn't think he was 100% wrong, because I know people say it's comedy, but someone said, all right, I had enough. I'm done. I wasn't even a part of this to begin with. And you keep going at me. And now you're talking about my appearance. You want to, sleep with my wife. Do you think this is a thing called being? Do you think comics can go overboard sometimes with their comedy, or no?
It depends. Like I said, man, David Lucas is a roaster. He that's what he does in the shows. He roasts people. So if you don't like being roasted and you like your mother included, your children included, you know, all that, don't go.
Yeah.
Don't go. You need to know what you're purchasing before you purchase it. You go to David Lucas, be prepared to get roasted. That's, I know if I sit in the front row and I look goofy and I got a fat wife next to me and my mom on a breathing machine, David Lucas is going to roast every last one of us. It's just what it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
You take it, you know what? Fuck. He right. I got a fat wife, a mother on a breathing machine. He got us. Go home, dust it off, and you know, you wake up to another day. That's it. He just got you.
Yeah.
David Lucas is not one of the shows you want to go to instead of front row. No.
Yeah, you know, it's funny. Actually, side note, it's actually funny talking about roast me. Same job at this point. When I was working at Dave's in North, I met so many famous people, or you know, just notable people. But I remember Brett Taylor, who's part of Roast Me.
Right.
I was getting ready to leave work. This was like in the afternoon, like 2 summers ago. 3 summers, 2021. I was getting ready to leave work and I'm like, wait, because I knew he grew his hair out to the dreads. I'm like, wait, is that Brett Taylor? And the funny part was, I don't think he wanted anybody to recognize him because I think he was doing Uber Eats at the point. He was he's picking up somebody's order. But I'm like, yo, Brett Taylor from Roast Me? And he looked up. He's like, yo, and then he bolted the car.
Like, damn it, how you recognize it?
I'm like, hey man, I ain't judging. Everybody got a job, you know. I ain't judging, but no. Speaking, so you know, keep on this line, right? Let's get back to it because this Dave Chappelle started this whole conversation. Not him, but people who didn't like him started this conversation,
right?
About comedy. Now, do you think that although the days of the RIchard Pryor and the Andrew Dice Clay for sure is that we're not going to get another Andrew Dice Clay anytime soon.
Yeah.
But do you think that comedy, some people use comedy as a way to purposely push boundaries and cause, get a reaction? Do you think that there are times in comedy where you can't cross a line with certain jokes or certain subjects and it shouldn't be? Or do you think, hey, it's fair game. If you come to my show, just know this is what I do. And, you know, that it is what it is.
I would want to tell you this, man. Back in the day, like I said, I applaud Matt Rife for doing what he did. We need more comedians to come out and bring shit to attention. Back in the day, comedians used to talk about everything that was so like, I can't believe we talk about that. We need to go back to that. We need to stop being scared to be canceled and blackballed or whatever the hell it is. I'm okay with it because, like I said, man, we're going from being men. Men are going from being men to being a bunch of bitches. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can't even turn into a man and a woman no more. I can't. We all have the fucking same. So, like I said, yes, comedians do say stuff because we want to bring shit to your attention. We do. Right. Comedy is one of those spots where you're like, okay, what is he going to say tonight? What's he going to talk about? And you might get in your feelings like, damn, I can't believe he talked about that. Yes, because it needs to be talked about. Yes, we need to talk about police brutality on stage. We need to talk about domestic violence. We need to talk about single black mothers. We need to talk about niggas on the street corner selling drugs to make ends meet. We need to talk about this shit.
Right.
It's happening every day. Some of us pay attention to it, some of us not. But it's happening. We gonna act like it's not happening. It's happening. And on stage, I need to talk about it and make it funny Some might think it's funny, some may not. If you don't think it's funny, too bad for you. Too bad.
Right.
But please, we need to talk about these topics because they're not going anywhere until we start talking about them.
Right.
And all people that can talk about it is comedians because the news don't want to talk about it. They want to act like it ain't happening.
Right.
Yeah. So, Matt Rife, again, brother, you watching the show, I applaud you, brother. Thank you. Thank you.
Right.
Talk about the shit. My favorite comedian, Corey Holcomb. He talk about all type of shit. And I love it. I love Corey Holcomb. Cat Williams, too. Cat Williams, another one. They don't hold any time. They talk all type of shit. Talk about politics, everything.
Right.
Yeah, man. Comedy's one of those things, man, where we can say what we want to say and keep it funny. Some
Right.
like it, some might not.
Yeah. You know, so Marlon Wayans, Tom Segura, Matt Rife, and another comedian, I think he's up on the up and up, not a household name yet. They did a roundtable after the special went viral and started a whole conversation. And
Right.
Marlon Wayans said the number one rule in comedy is you can't be afraid to offend. And he goes on to talk about, Dave Chappelle, when Dave Chappelle was getting all the controversy with the LGBTQ community and all that. He was saying that, I didn't realize this until I was reading about it just now, but he was saying that he has a 23-year-old transgender son.
Right.
And, at the time, when Dave Chappelle was doing the special, his son was going through the transition. And he was saying that I'm in no way, shape, or form going to stop Dave Chappelle from doing his comedy because that's what he does. That's his life form, and that's what he stands on. But me as a parent, I might have a different objective when I'm in my household. But as a comedian, it's the First Amendment. You have a right to do your art and express yourself in any way, shape, or form. And that's the part that really inspired me, because some people will see Marlon Wayans say, "Oh, you should have jumped on a bandwagon," but what he said was, "No. At the end of the day, it's First Amendment. He's speaking his truth, right? And freedom of speech. He's speaking his truth, and it's not like he's saying, "Oh, I'm gonna kill all trans." He's not doing that. That's a little crazy. But
that's a little right. That's a little too much. All right, you tell them things.
Come on, Dave Chappelle. Go back to Africa. All right.
But yeah, man, he ain't saying no crazy shit like that.
Right, and
look, the thing is, even if he did, he still got the right to.
Right, and that was Marlon's point. At the end of the day, for him, he could have went on Twitter, used this platform to call him out. No, that's not what he's his own comedian. I think Dave Chappelle has his own brand. So why would you attack somebody that stays within the confines of their own brand or lack of confines? So I think, but that goes to show how we should approach comedy for people who are sensitive. I'm not using this in a negative way, but people who are sensitive or certain jokes and certain topics offend you. Like you said, do your research. Don't go to a Dave Chappelle comedy show if you are 100% LGBT supported and you don't want any joke said, right? Like I said, but again, I think one of the problems I have with people saying that Matt Rife went too far and we need a police comedy is who's going to police it? Because everybody has different tastes, everybody has different boundaries. Me, I don't care. I'm a New Yorker. I don't laugh at anything as long as it's not talking about underage children or anything too crazy. But anything within that scope, I will laugh and I'll enjoy it. I know other people, they only may like Pop-Tart jokes, and that's cool. But that's a Kevin Hart thing. No disrespect to Kevin. Go to Kevin Hart. Don't go to Andrew Dice Clay show and expect a family friendly show. That's just not happening.
Be honest with you, brother. You obviously do not know what a comedian might do on stage. Even your favorite comedian might come on stage and say some shit like, "I can't even say that," or "She said that."
Yeah.
That's like, look, that's how we buy some porn and be like, "Oh, I don't like that type of sex." I'm a huge fan of porn. That's like I don't watch porn, and I'm like, oh, I don't like anal sex. No, I don't like it. I'm canceling it. Come on, ladies and gentlemen, come on. Be real about it.
Yeah.
You might fuck around and buy something and thinking, comedy is comedy. Your favorite comedian might do some shit that you might not like, or say something that you might not like. But it's comedy. It's still comedy.
Yeah.
Comedy.
Here's the thing. I will say I don't like so much. It's not really so much the comedy. It's more so when people. I understand people aren't gonna like Matt Rife's comedy. I get that. But now it gets to the point now they're trying to drag every little joke he's ever said, anything he's ever done in the public, and try to cancel him altogether because they didn't like the joke. I'm a big believer. Look, if you don't like the joke, if you don't like the comedy, don't watch it. And it's that simple.
You're not going to mess with his fan base. His fan base is going to still stay the same.
Right.
Just like Dave Chappelle, Kevin Hart, it's still going to stay the same. You're not going to hurt the fan base. See what you might do is help the fan base. Be like, oh, I want to go watch this dude now. He's talking some real shit. and look, I wasn't really a fan of Matt Rife until I was like, who is this dude? And I was like, oh shit, I gotta check this dude out. I'm a fan now. I'm a fan now. So thank you for inviting me to Matt Rife's fan page.
You know what? You know what's crazy when you said even your favorite comedian will change? It's funny because 4 years ago when I met him, and even up until now, he wasn't really known to make these type of jokes. That's the crazy part when you said,
right?
Because I would have never thought Matt Rife would do something like that. Because he was always like the I wouldn't say the nerdy white boy, but he was a very politically correct person, especially on Wild 'N Out. He didn't really toe the line too much. Right. But I think he's gotten older. He's more into stand-up comedy because Wild 'N Out is more of a TV show. So there's certain parameters I'm sure you can get around. I think he's allowed himself to be free and really explore. And that's what it's about. Comedy is second of all, too, on the heels of specials, we all know Netflix don't really mind having someone who pushes the boundaries. Come on, Dave Chappelle. He's the prime example today. So Matt Rife doing that, it's not too shocking. But, again, I always tell people, if you don't like the comedy, don't watch it. It's like, it's like me saying, I hate, Reese's, but I'll buy the box of cereal and then complain that I don't like it. It's, you're wasting your time or you're wasting your money and you're wasting the air.
Yeah, don't like this, ladies and gentlemen. There's comedy shows I go to. I don't like all the jokes comedians say. I don't like them. There's some jokes I like. There's some jokes I don't like. And you might come to my show and be like, oh, that was a good one. That was a bad one. It happens.
Right.
All my jokes are not supposed to be funny. Like, you should be laughing at every fucking joke. If you laugh at every fucking joke, then there's something wrong. Because everything can't be fucking funny. Everything can't. I don't even laugh at all Kevin Hart jokes. I don't.
No.
Yeah, I don't laugh at all Corey Open jokes. I don't laugh at all the goddamn whoever. I don't laugh at everybody's jokes. Some jokes are good, some jokes are bad.
Yeah.
Matt Rife told a bad joke. You didn't like it. Move on.
Right.
I'm sure you laughed at some of Matt Rife jokes. You just laughed at the one you talk about domestic violence.
Right.
and I get it. Some of y'all have had domestic violence in your family. It touch your heart, place your heart. I get it. I know what domestic violence looks like too. I know what it looks like. But guess what? If we don't talk about it, how are we going to fix it?
Right. And if you stop people from talking about it, how do you even acknowledge it? And
there you go. Then we go act like it don't even fucking exist.
Right. And then the biggest thing, and I say, look, comedy is subjective. You may feel that way. I don't want to hear domestic violence jokes. That's fine. But when you laugh at, hypothetically, the same people who may not like that joke are the same ones that might laugh when a white comedian talks about how he thought a black man was about to rob him, so he called the police and he got killed. Like, you know,
Exactly.
it's subjective, right? And I think that's the
There you
problem.
go.
People think that because I don't like this comedian, he can't be on stage. Well, that's not true. You know, every
Right.
comedian has this fans and detractors. So in that case, I might as well get rid of all of them. You know, there's not one comedian
And
alive that's going to
and
have
that's what
everybody
ends up
support him.
happening. There could be no more comedy. We're gonna keep fucking around, and comedy will be done. Is that what y'all want? You want to be just walking around miserable every fucking day because you can't laugh?
Yeah. And then
You're gonna make it happen, ladies and gentlemen. You're gonna make it happen.
honestly, man, and you know, it's crazy. I'm not gonna say it'll never go away, but I don't think it'll ever. Unfortunately, I don't see it getting back to where it used to be. I feel like it's going to get worse with the politically correctness and the you know the amount of jokes because you know comedians are doing press interviews now and talk going on different podcasts and they're talking about it. You know, they're going to showing up to a club or a place that they got booked for. You know, the promoter tells them, "Hey, you know, we don't want you to talk about this, and this." But that's your whole set. You know, so what are you going to do now? And I think that's going to be the issue a lot of comedians going to face. And I think Dave Chappelle is one of the only comedians at that level who can do what he does and get away with it. But when Dave Chappelle is done, I think it's scrapped. I really think that we're gonna be hearing a lot more part-tart jokes and I threw my son up in the air and he farted and that was a good. I think that's gonna be the and people say I shouldn't be comedian. I don't get it.
Man. Bro, let me ask you a question, man. I know you got me on the show, but hey, are you following that the Josh Giddey case?
The Josh
the NBA player that had the underage girl.
Oh, that's what it was. Okay, let me look this up. What is it? What's the name?
Josh Giddey.
Josh Giddey. Okay.
Yeah.
Because
now they trying to get him for having an underage girl. Now, Josh Giddey just turned 21 in October. so he does turn legal.
Wow.
So there's this young girl that went on Instagram, whatever, Twitter, whatever, and posted pictures of them together, and she said that they had sex with each other and blah, 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 blah. Ladies, let me ask you a question. I know this is my brother, so I need to ask you a question.
Yeah.
When is the Me Too movement going to stop? You got R. Kelly, you got Bill Cosby, you're trying to get P. Diddy, now you're trying to get damn Josh Giddey. Who else is needed to get? Ladies and gentlemen, this is the problem I got with you ladies. I'm not saying you're not saying you're lying. I'm not saying. Why does it take so long for you to realize that your vagina been taken and now you want to cry wolves? Right. If somebody took my butt cheeks, I'm coming out right away. If somebody snatches my ass, I'm coming out in a couple days my butt heels. I'm just saying. But y'all wait till 3, 4, 5, 10, 15, 20 years later to talk about I was assaulted. Right. So you remember everything 10, I can't remember shit I did last week. Talk about some shit that happened to me 15, 20 years ago. All I'm saying is, ladies and gentlemen, you need to hold the men responsible for what happened to you right away. Because the man later on, he might even remember the hell you are. He'll be like, I don't remember this. I don't remember this shit. I don't remember her name. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying it's not happening. I'm just saying it's kind of fishy. That's it.
Yeah. Oh, okay. All right. Because I saw a picture of this, the one you're talking about. I didn't know who. I didn't realize that was him.
Yeah, young boy. He's young. He can now legally drink.
Yeah, look.
So how long ago did this happen? You know the boys from Australia. Ladies and gentlemen, Australia, they are allowed to date at 3, 4 years behind, whatever the age gap. He just turned 21. I don't know what the law is. I guess this is Oklahoma. He played for Oklahoma City. I don't know what the age gap in Oklahoma City is. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure he made the age gap. I'm pretty sure he did. Like I said, he just turned 21 in October. So, what are we talking about?
Yeah, you know, I was, as you was talking, I was actually researching this whole thing because I saw snippets of it on Twitter, but I didn't know the full understanding of what was going on.
And we're trying to make it a race thing. Like, if it was a black man, he would have been thrown away. He would have been kicked off the team. Ladies and gentlemen, listen. This case with Josh Giddey is nothing like an R. Kelly case, a Bill Cosby case. The boy just turned legal.
Yeah. You know what
about? The girl was 16. So let's see. If he just turned legal age of 21 in October, so he had to be what? Maybe 19?
Yeah.
Maybe 20 when he started talking? Who knows? I don't know. What's the age gap in Oklahoma City? I don't know. What is it? Is it 3 years? Is it 4 years?
Yeah.
Either way, I'm pretty sure he makes the age gap. I don't know. I could be wrong. I don't know.
You know what? So I'm doing a little. I think some of at least the people in the know-how, people with the understanding of the situation who are a little more famous, I would say. I think some of the athletes and stuff are speaking out against it, not because they want him to be slammed in jail with other actual proven sex offenders and whatever. But I think it's the coverage, right? Because look at John Morant, and I talked about John Morant, and I didn't go too hard on him. I know other people did. I understand. I tell people when you're that young, you have that much money. It's easy to say when you're 35 years old with a bunch of kids, oh yeah, I wouldn't do that. But you're not 20 anymore, and you forgot. And some people forget what they used to do. I'm still in my 20s. I remember what I did when I was 18. I remember what I did when I was 23. I was acting like a fool. So, I think some people are mad because of the coverage, right? I do think that when you are a minority, you don't get the same privilege. I mean, Jonathan Majors, look at that,
Yeah.
And I think, John Morant, people were slandering this man, calling him thugs and all this type of stuff. And then you have a situation, which I'm not saying he's wrong, but some people on face value, instead of, defaming him, they say, oh, he's a young kid. This is all made up. She's looking for a cash grab. But truth be told, if it was John Morant, hypothetically, in this situation, he'd be canned on the unemployment line looking at a job in McDonald's as you speak. So,
right, true.
Yeah. But I would say this because I don't know.
What is that? We ain't even gonna talking.
Yeah.
Look, we want R. Kelly to go. R. Kelly got dismissed. We wanted Bill Cosby to go. He got dismissed.
Yeah.
So if you want Josh Giddey gone, speak up. I'm just saying, speak up.
Yeah.
When we want our voices heard, we know how to do it.
Yeah.
We know how to.
Yeah, I don't know what I don't know the full story behind it, but based on what I saw, I think people are just out here trying to cancel anybody. I think that's the issue. Because I look at I guess she posted the pictures and Snapchat, which I still use. I'm not ashamed of that, but she posted Snapchats of them together. I slept. I'm using the PG term.
With Josh Giddey and
what I'm saying. And I think people are just automatically trying to put this man in the same sentence as an R. Kelly. I don't think that's true. I think that some people lie. Again, I'm not 100% sure, but people lie. I mean, come on. When you're dealing with a celebrity, people tend to do what they can to enjoy the fruits of the labor of the celebrity. So,
brother, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna tell you a story. I have been Josh Giddey, not really Josh Giddey, but close to being Josh Giddey twice in my life. Meeting females in the club that weren't their age.
Yeah, that's why I'm going to clubs. Not that I'm that old, but.
And this chick that Josh Giddey was with, She was in the club with them. So how is she her underage ass in the club? I'm just saying. We gotta go around asking for damn birth certificates.
Yeah.
Is that what we're doing?
Hey,
birth certificate.
driver's license and social security.
Make sure you're of age and a woman.
Pat you down like TSA.
Come on, ladies and gentlemen. Come on. Y'all making this shit hard for men. Ladies are making it hard for men. I don't want to go around asking for your birth certificate. I don't have to sit. I don't want to have to sit next to you and think to myself, is this a woman or a man? This we going through. We going through this. Men don't know what the hell to do. We don't know if we can talk to you. We don't know if we have to ask for your birth certificate. We don't know what to do. It's hard. It's hard. If you women just crying about, I can't find a good man, you're making it hard to find one.
You know what? I have the solution. I know what people can do, in this situation. You know what? Here's the easiest way to avoid this. Just tune into the Prince of Fresh Air podcast. No, stop.
Yeah. He'll correct it for you.
You should.
Man, it's just crazy, man. I'm like, dude, and that's why we need comedians to get on stage and talk about this shit.
And you know what? And it's funny you mention that because the buddy of mine, I was doing a YouTube channel. I was doing a video for him on his YouTube channel. We was doing a quick take on it. I forgot what the topic was. I think it was P. Diddy. And I was talking. We went to the whole different tangent on people speaking out, right? And you were saying that comedians need to do that.
Yes.
And he was telling me how if there's something he stands on, he will speak his mind and speak his truth, speak his opinion. And I told him I'm the same way. I won't compromise my morals. However, I think when you get to a certain point in the industry, whether it's a doctor, an actor, a podcast, or whatever, when you get to that atmosphere where you're part of the 2%, the 1%, let's not be clear. Let's be clear, I should say. Unless you Bill Gates and you got money swimming out of everywhere you go, you have to be careful what you say, especially when you have a family to take care of, you got mortgage, you got bills. It's easy for me now at my age and my current situation to do that because I don't have kids to worry about. I don't have to worry about how I'm gonna make my car payment and all that stuff. That's not something that's impactful. And I try to reiterate that sometimes with people. It's like, I think some people say, you're staying up for what you believe in, but at what cost? Some people can do that, and highly commend them to them. I highly commend them for it. But I would be a fool to say that everybody can do it because not everybody is willing to risk their financial future, their careers, and their livelihoods to speak their truth. Because in today's society, let's just cut where the grass is. How many people try to stand with Dave Chappelle and didn't work? And now, I'm not saying Dave Chappelle suffered anything drastic. He's still booking work. But how many of the people who aren't as famous as Dave Chappelle are suffering some of the consequences of speaking out against him, speaking out with him? So, but I do agree with you. I do think it can't just be one comedian risking himself. It has to be a collective group of them to come out and do it because that's the only way things are going to change. Tupac changes. He was a little bit before my time, but I listen to that song not because it's catchy, but because of the message. If you want change, you got to be the catalyst of that change. And I think it's easy to want to do it nowadays. And I'll be honest. There's certain times where, even when I do the podcast, I be careful with some of the things I say. Not because I used to do it. Actually, let me back a little bit. When I first started this podcast, I was doing that. I was speaking my true spirit, true mind, whatever, and channeling in their ancestors. And then I realized, but then I hear you. Yeah, but then I realized, when you get more popular, when people can, search you, when people can,
Right.
find your work, you have, when you're in a industry where, you're looking at other people to invest in you or to be a part of something bigger, you have to be careful. Now I have, a manager, an agent, and all that stuff. I do realize that as much as I would love to say, F cancel culture, whatever the case may be, I can't do that because it only takes that one person to listen who has the power. Nah, I don't want him a part of my so
Right. I feel you, brother. I feel you.
It's
I'll be honest with you. You know, most of my work that I do for myself in comedy,
yeah,
I do myself. Like I do my own shows. Like, yeah.
As you should.
I go outside and they like, I got some fans outside and I got some people outside that don't like my jokes. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, fine. I can do my own shit. I can, advertise myself. I can put myself out to myself.
Right.
So, yeah, man, it's just, you know what I'm saying? What I'm saying is we're going to keep doing this and everything's going to be canceled.
Everything. Right. No, I agree. And
comedy's going to be canceled. I don't even want to talk about school. School that changed all kind of fucking ways. I don't want to talk about school. That's a whole other damn show. It's a whole other show. But ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna keep doing it. Everything's gonna be canceled. There's gonna be nothing to enjoy. What's next? Movies? Movies next?
It's already happening. It's already happening.
There was too much breakthrough attention in the movie. There was too much sex in the movie. There was too much LGBTQ in the movie.
Too much color people in the movie.
Right. Too many whites in the movie. Ladies and gentlemen, when is it going to end? That's all I'm asking. Where does it end? Tell me. Tell me, please. I need somebody to tell me when it's going to end. Because goddamn it, I know damn well I'm not going to be sitting around the house playing with myself because I can't watch sports. I can't watch comedy. I can't watch movies because all of it's canceled.
Right. Because
I guess the fake ass majority, I guess.
Yeah. And
it's a small group of people that are doing all this talking.
Right.
And the majority of us sitting around with our thumper bags. Like the majority, we're the ones that need to talk more. And stop letting the little folks do all the talking.
Yeah. It's crazy. It's an observation I noticed at my part-time job where I was telling this to a coworker. I'm like, out of all the people, the residents there, because it's older people, out of all the residents, it's usually it's only like one person or two, but usually that one person who makes his decisions for everybody, because he complains. And I get he wants to complain, but it's like, come on, you gonna change everything just for this one person when everybody else like
the loudest talk in the room,
right?
You got 20 other motherfuckers in the room, and one is talking louder than all 20 19 of them. All right. So y'all gonna let this one motherfucker talk over all 19 of y'all motherfuckers?
Exactly. Yeah.
That's what's happening, man. That's what's happening.
Yeah. But let me say this though. Even on my whole diatribe I just did, I will say I do think people need to speak up. And what I mean by there's certain hills I won't die on, for instance. There's certain, like politics, I don't really care that much. I'm not gonna lose my career or whatever over it. But when I hear stories like Black Lives Matter, black people getting gunned down, I don't care how popular you are, I don't care what industry. It's not going to hurt if you're a minority to say cops need to stop killing black people. It's not going to hurt you, right? There's certain things you can do without causing, stirring the pot, intentionally. And with comedy, you can, for any comedians who might be listening, or just anybody who feels they're being confined to a certain way of life because of cancel culture, there's certain ways you can go about doing things and addressing it, right? For instance, this podcast, I'll talk about the controversial stuff. Now, do I go on and say, F Donald Trump, F Joe Biden stuff? No, I don't do that. That's not my type of show. But we'll talk about it, and I think that's what the key point is. I would be.
That's another show.
Yes. Let me end it real quick. This podcast is over.
Oh man, yeah.
I said the magic word.
It's crazy, man. All that's crazy, man. You can't even talk about politics. You can't even talk about the simple shit.
It's crazy because even 6 years ago when I was in we could talk about this stuff. You can't do it no more. That's how fast it changed. I think it wasn't a build. It wasn't like it was.
It happened overnight.
Yeah.
It's like you woke up and like, what the fuck? No more.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's like I woke up and the world just changed drastically. Like, oh wow, okay, all right, I can't do that, can't say this, can't do this, can't do that.
Yeah, it's
and like I said, like you just said, it's that one person or that two people or two people, 3 people. It's a small group. Small.
right.
Like ladies, why are you letting men come into women's sports and beat y'all in your sport?
Yeah.
It's only a few of them. Look, brother, I ain't trying to get you canceled.
Hey, I just hope you got something to go after the other stuff.
I'm just saying, ladies, I see y'all complaining about men coming in and women and taking up your sport, but it's only a few. You can count on one hand how many of them. It's like hundreds of y'all, and it's five transgender. They take up your sport. Why?
Yeah.
Why?
Like Jada said, why?
Imagine LeBron James put on the wig and time a female and started dominating women.
Imagine.
That's what's happening. We're all going to be canceled. There's going to be no more WNBA. There's going to be no more Women's Olympics. There's going to be no more comedy. There's going to be no movies. There's going to be nothing. It's going to all be canceled because guess what? The small group of us, the group of them, not us, the small group of them are going to cancel everything because we're just sit back watching.
No. That, and you know what? It's crazy because lately I've been reading about other cultures, and I get to meet people that aren't from the United States,
right?
And it's because we live in a society where we have made our lives surrounded by money and opportunity, which I understand. We need that stuff, but we have put so much emphasis on chasing the dollar that even the American dream used to, before my time, the American dream, even when I was younger, the American dream was, to be in a long term, happy, whether it was marriage or not, but usually happy marriage with, kids and a home and, everything is taken care of. You got a good job and that stuff. Now the American dream is to be a millionaire with, millions of followers on Instagram and be able to afford private jets and fast cars, which again, I
don't want none of that.
Well, speak for yourself. You know what I'm saying? No, it's not.
Let me tell you something. One thing I know about money, more problems. And if I had a whole bunch of money, you wouldn't even see me. Fuck you too. Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. I'm going to be buck crazy.
Hey.
I don't want it. I already know me. I know me. You give me a fucking couple $1 million, I'm going to be a fucking prison.
I'm going to be a prison.
I'm going to be a prison with a number on all type of shit. It's going to be a problem. I don't want it. I'm cool just being me and having a normal life. Keep all that fame shit yourself. I need just write me a simple check. Look, no, too many fucking zeros. No, there's a couple zeros, a couple, not any bunch. God damn, I don't want it, brother. I don't. I see a lot of celebrities kill themselves because they got too much shit going on.
Well, when you like you said, more money, people don't realize it. Because it goes back to when I was in college. I took sociology and psychology, and we was doing a study on this, where people don't realize when you have, when you think of it, if you work minimum wage and then all of a sudden you get $5 million, anybody will want that, right? But truth be told, how many of the lottery winners get murdered for, just an example. But look at how many lottery winners go broke because their family bled them dry. They got murdered for their money. People turned on them. People blackmailed them. And, people don't realize when you chase that, it's great when you can afford to not have to worry about your bills at the end of the month. That's one of the greatest things, but there are problems that come with having money. And people don't realize that. And
like more debt.
Right. And that's hey.
More money, more debt.
Let me tell you something.
So when the money's gone, what you got? Debt. So no, thank you. Problems as it is. I have no more motherfucking problems. I don't.
Yeah, me neither. I was, I mentioned that because I was reading the other day. I was just reading about other countries and stuff. I know in Italy on Sundays most businesses are closed. I mean, Sunday is a rest day. People don't go to work. Other cultures, they, for lunch break, everybody closed down and they go eat. You're not allowed to drink or eat in the street, because if there's someone who is less than who see you eating, like the homeless, for instance, for us, they have certain cultures, and I know it's different over there than here. It's a different thing. But I feel like if we start putting a big emphasis on how much money someone got, because I know in other cultures you can actually talk about, hey, I make this much a year or this much an hour. Here in America, it's a taboo thing still. People want to compete. And I think we put so much emphasis, especially now, on social media and money and status, that's the only three things that matter. So when it comes to people chasing that, they don't want to jeopardize any of that. So they're not going to talk about the hard hitting stuff. They're not going to go against the politically correctness, because the ultimate goal is the money and the fame that comes with it. And that's exactly why we're in the position we're in.
And we can't all be YouTube fabulous. We can't.
Not everybody can look like me.
We can't all listen. I'm starting to see this laugh. We can't all be on social media and be social media famous. All right. We need people that flip burgers. We need people that's going to clean clothes. We need people that's going to be working in the factories. We need people that's going to do regular shit. We can't all be YouTube fabulous superheroes. We can't. We can't be on social media all day. It's not. We're losing a lot of good, hard-working, regular people to social media.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah.
And that's what too. Talk about cancellation. We're going to fucking cancel the regular fucking jobs. You ain't going to take your clothes and clean them because nobody's going to want to clean shit.
Yeah. Nope.
Where the cleaners at? They all closed. I need to have a car to get my car fixed. They all gone. What?
Imagine. No more nurses.
No mechanics, no cleaners.
We're going to be screwed.
We're going to be fucked.
It's going to be like the 1600s all over again.
TikTok and Instagram and Facebook and YouTube. Doing content. My whole world full of content creators.
Influencers.
I love YouTube, but I ain't on here all goddamn. You got motherfuckers on YouTube all damn day.
Yeah.
I'm like, God damn, this motherfucker been on 80 hours.
No stop. Do you sleep? You sleep with YouTube on.
Dude, I get it. Look, YouTube ain't going nowhere. You can go to sleep. You're not going nowhere. You on here 80 hours, there's only 2 people watching you.
I gotta get this last streaming, bro.
What are you doing? We can't all be content creators, ladies and gentlemen. That's all I'm saying.
Amen to that.
We can't all be content creators. We're gonna need some real hard-working individuals. We can't all be popping it, dropping it, and get a whole bunch of YouTube dollars.
Yep.
It ain't gonna work. It's not.
And it's not. And you know,
I'm already dealing with the problem now.
Exactly.
I got shit done in my house. I can't find nobody to fix my roof. Like, where the roofing people at? Oh man, I'm out of town. No, you're not, motherfucker. You're on YouTube. You on YouTube. Be honest. You a content creator. That's why you can't fix my roof.
Yeah.
See, man.
It's crazy.
It's not going to work.
It's not, and it's already not working.
Everything's canceled.
I mean, look what happened during the pandemic when everybody ran into podcasts and YouTube. The money started drying up. So,
yep.
And it gets harder.
And they didn't go back.
Exactly. So, who knows? I always try to, despite all of the shenanigans, I hope that we get our life together because, as a society, we gotta do better on a lot of things. This cancel culture stuff and the sensitivity. Which, look, I know we're in a society. I think there are good that comes with it because I think previous generations have used toxic traits and push it on to their children and push it on to their future children. So I understand that we have to get rid of certain things, but I mean, this whole sensitivity culture thing, look, I understand you may not like everybody, but at the end of the day, you can't stop another person's way of living or, stopping them from putting food on their tables because you don't like them. That's the only thing I don't like. It's like, just keep scrolling, but regardless, you can't cancel the most charismatic man. So,
Keep going strong, brother. Keep going strong, man.
I'll be here, man. Terric, we had a good conversation. I know we're running close to an hour and a half almost in this one.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, I mean, come on, man. I'm supposed to have dinner with Rihanna, and I'm on a.
Oh shit! Well, you better come this damn show with me, dude.
No. I don't rush. She rushed for me. I don't rush. She waits for me. I don't wait for her.
There you go, brother. That's what I want to hear. Take your time, man. Take your time.
All right, let me stop the cab because I know she ain't waiting for me. So who am I playing?
Oh man, oh Lord, man. Every time, man, we go here, man, we have a ball, man.
I have to, man. Yeah, this is what makes the Prince of Fresh Air the Prince of Fresh Air. Is that's what I aim to do is to make podcasts great again. I know that we need more
brothers like you, man. Open the panel up, and then motherfuckers come and talk, and you know what I'm saying. That's what it's about, man.
I'll try to open it up, but the problem is it's hard to duplicate great, good-looking success like myself. So
Hey, man, look, somebody got to do
it. If you ask my mom, it shouldn't be me. But
oh man.
Oh God.
But it's a pleasure, brothers. With a pleasure. Ladies and gentlemen, I love y'all. Thank y'all so much. Please go check out the channel, EO Entertainment. Like I said, man, I'm trying to dabble back in the music. Let me know what you think. I'm not gonna bash. I'm not gonna go at you. I'm not gonna call you names. Not gonna Matt Rife you or whatever. Not gonna do nothing of that, ladies and gentlemen. I just need honest opinions of what you think. Should I dabble back in it some more? Should I fix something? Let me know. But yeah, I'm in music. I'm doing music.
He's in there. He's in there like swimwear.
Yes, I am doing music. I'm trying to bring back the good old R&B.
That's right. Amen to
that.
Be
great again.
Make it.
Shit, that's like a good shirt. Make R&B great again. I might make that. Yes, I'll make it
like
R&B
that.
great again.
You can make that an album.
Ooh, there you go.
See, come on, that's why they pay me the big bucks.
Brother, look, I'm going to use it. If I get this shit going, that's the name of the album.
That's what they pay me the big bucks.
Give it to you. Oh man.
But Terric,
I appreciate you, man.
It's always a pleasure. I'm gonna have you back on. probably to ring in 2024. I think that'd be a good time. But regardless, we're gonna get back on. We're gonna do it.
We can do this regularly, brother. You want?
Absolutely.
Hey, look, I'm a free man. I don't got to plug in. Whenever I want to work, I can work.
You know what the problem is? Because Denzel Washington called me this morning. He was like, "Yo, man, I need you for a project," but he didn't have the money for me. So
you look for extras?
You saw what?
You look for extras?
Who?
Extras.
Oh, extras.
Look,
that's not my department.
I can sing that.
I know somebody. You said I can sing an act.
Yeah, I can do it about Denzel. Give me a call, man. I'm ready to work.
I'll put you in touch.
Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. Shit, man. God damn. I need that work.
Yeah, we all do, man.
Hell yeah.
But you know, Terric, we're gonna take off. You know, thank you for another episode. I hope you made it this far.
I appreciate you, man.
You know, thank you guys for always tuning in. You know, thank you for a wonderful 2023. We're going to keep rocking. We're going to keep rolling. We're going to bring in 2024, make that even a better year, hit more new high marks and make it more, you know, put more tires it's putting more tread on the tires. That's, man, Denzel Washington blowing me up too much. He got me distracted. But anyway, thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you in the next episode. Thank you again, Terric. And
all right, brother.
You'll be back.
Man. All right.